My name is Octavio Verdeja. I'm the partner with the firm of Verdeja and Diarmas. Archbishop Wensky has requested that parishes implement the use of tamper-evident bags. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to do that in a very simple manner. So why is the Archdiocese implementing the use of these tamper-evident bags? It's being done as a prudent management of donations and for the protection of all involved in the process. This is a tamper-evident bag, and I'm going to show you how to use this bag during this process. The first thing is, how do you order the bags? The bookkeeper will need to estimate how many bags will be needed based on the number of masses in the weekend. There may be Saturday masses and Sunday masses. In addition, there may be second collections, emergency bags, and other reasons to order more bags. It takes about 2 weeks for the bags to arrive. So we suggest that this be done timely so that you have a 3-month worth of supply of bags at any given time. What are the 5 steps for properly using the tamper-evident bags? First, the preparation for bag use. This is the bookkeepers. Second is collecting the funds. This is for the ushers. Third is counting the funds. This is for the counters. Fourth is depositing the funds. This is for the bookkeepers and the counters. And fifth is monitoring the process. This is for the parish council. How do you prepare for the use of the tamper-evident bags? First of all, you will note that every bag has a number. The number's here and here on the receipt. Second, you need to obtain your master log. When you obtain your master log, you're going to document the bags that you've ordered as well as the bags that you're going to use every weekend. In addition, you should release some emergency bags or extra bags and record them on the log in case there's a bag malfunction. You're also going to have a control log. The control log has mass by mass, bag by bag that has been issued. On Fridays, you're going to take your bag and clearly write across the bag the mass time and date. The same time and date will be written on your control log next to the number. A copy of the control log will be kept with you. At the end of the day, you're going to take the bag, the control log, an envelope, and some permanent markers to the sacristy for the ushers to pick up and use for their masses on Saturdays and Sundays. How does the collection process work? On Saturdays and Sundays, the ushers will do their regular collection. They will obtain the bag that relates to the mass that they are collecting at. They will place all the funds inside the bag. 2 ushers will sign the bag across the front, and they will also sign this receipt across the top. They will remove the receipt from the bag, seal the bag, and take it to the safe for deposit. They will then go to the control log, sign their names, and indicate what Mass they were at. At the end of the last Mass on Sunday, the final usher will take his bag, along with the control log, and place it in the safe. The signed receipt will be placed in the envelope provided by the bookkeeper. What if your parish collects the offertory and places it in a basket and takes it to the altar? Are there any additional steps that need to be done? If that is the case, you need to take the bag that has the funds in it, fold it, and discreetly place it in the basket, and then take the basket to the altar. What if a bag malfunctions? If the receipt is removed and a bag is sealed inappropriately, the usher should take the bag, fold it, take one of the emergency bags that should have been provided by the bookkeeper, put this bag inside of that bag. All other steps remain the same. What is the procedure for counting funds? On Monday, 2 counters will retrieve the bags and the control log from the safe and bring it back to the office to be counted. The counters will sign the log indicating that the bag number and the mass number agree. They will also indicate whether the bag has been tampered with. If it has not been tampered with, they will simply write no and sign off on the control log. If the bags have been tampered with, they will notify the parish council immediately. The bags are now ready to be opened and counted. Since the bags contain funds in them, you should turn them around, get scissors, and cut the bags across the top. The funds should then be placed on the table, and the normal count should take place. All funds are now ready to be counted and should be counted on a mass-by-mass basis. At the end of the count, all funds should be placed in a new bag and transported along with the deposit slip to the bank. The deposit slip should be placed inside the bag and the bag sealed. A copy of the deposit slip should be provided to the designated person awaiting the return of the validated deposit slip. At no time should any funds be taken out and used for petty cash. All funds collected must be deposited. If a check is needed for petty cash, it will be written separately. What is the procedure for the actual deposit of the funds? The funds that now have been placed in a bag ready for transport should be taken by 2 individuals to the bank. A validated deposit slip should be obtained from the bank and returned to the designated person. The validated deposit slip must be compared to the copy of the deposit slip to assure that it's the same amount. If the amounts agree, the control log is signed off and provided to the bookkeeper for record keeping. If the amounts do not agree, the pastor and the parish council should be immediately notified. Will the procedures be monitored? The bookkeeper should keep the records for 5 years. On a timely basis, the parish council should review the records to determine that all steps have been followed. The auditors of the Archdiocese will also review the records from time to time. Thank you for your stewardship to the Church and for adhering to the policies of the Archdiocese. We realize you may have questions, and if you need to contact us, our phone number and email address are on the screen. Verdejan de Armas thanks you for listening to this process.